Hey guys, in this video let's discuss VNet plus external mode. Now here traffic from caller to API, that is inbound traffic, that will be public, but traffic from API to backend API, that is outbound traffic, it may be public or it may not be public. So guys, if you see this screen, this traffic, that is traffic from user to API management, it is always public. But traffic from API to our backend API, it may be public or it may be private. So let's say this is public traffic and let's say this is private traffic. So guys, public, that means it is accessible from public internet. So let's say this is public internet. That means we can access Azure API Management API or Azure API Management Gateway from public internet. And for these two APIs, see guys, this get stock data, let's say this is a public API, that means we can access this API, that is get stocks API, from public internet. Yes, that is allowed, we can access it directly. But let's say this get customers, so that is a private API, so directly from public internet we cannot access this API. But both these APIs, that is this and this, both these APIs we can access from public internet via API management. So if we go through API management, yes, both these APIs, they are accessible. Now we are saying that get stocks data, it is public API. Okay, so we can simply create Azure function and we can make it publicly available. Okay, and we are saying that this get customers, let's say that is a private API. So what we can do is we can create a VM and then we can create and host this get customers API in this VM, and this VM and then this Azure API Management instance, they both will be in same VNet. So though this get customers API, that is a private API and of course we cannot access it directly from public internet, but this Azure API Management will still be able to access this API, because again this API Management and this VM where we have this API, they are in the same VNet. Okay, so, and now what will be the steps to implement this external mode for VNet? So first, of course, we have to create VNet. Second, we have to create subnet, and we will move our API instance in this subnet, and we will move in this subnet in external mode. Then we have to create NSG and we have to attach that NSG to this subnet, and then within this same VNet we will create another subnet, let's say subnet for VM, and in this subnet we will create a VM, and here we will create and host our API and it will be our private API. So obviously again this API we cannot access from public internet, but we can access this API from within this VNet only, right? And then finally we will create a function app, and of course it will have a function, or let's say it will have an API which will be publicly accessible. So we have two APIs. See, this first one which is hosted in VM, which is private, and then another API which is in this function and it is publicly accessible. And then finally we will add both these two APIs, or we will configure both these two APIs in this APIM. Okay. So guys, we are in Azure and this is our virtual network, and observe this address space for this virtual network. Okay, and now under settings, under subnets, we have two subnets. One is APIM subnet, and as you can guess, our API management instance, it will reside in this subnet in external mode. And then we have this other subnet, that is default subnet, and here we have created virtual machine. Okay, now if you observe, this is the NSG which we have created, and we have attached this NSG to this subnet, that is subnet of our API MC. Now let's go to overview. And guys, this is important, observe these rules. So this rule with priority 150 and 160, those I have explicitly added, but rest of the rules they get added by default when we create this NSG. Now let's try to understand these first two rules. So rule number 1, rule with priority 150. So it says allow any custom 3443. That means it will allow an access to Azure portal or management plane to access our APIM in VNet. See guys, our APIM is in VNet, right? But we can configure, we can set up policies for this APIM through Azure portal, right? And this Azure portal is our management plane. So Azure portal, that is management plane, needs an access to this APIM. So that's why we have added this rule which allows an access over port 3443. And then we have added another rule which says allow any HTTPS inbound, and we have allowed an access over port 443. So it's because, again, this is Azure API Management Gateway or API Management simply, and it is accessible publicly, right? So when we say it is publicly accessible, that means end user is calling this API Management API or HTTPS, right? So we have to allow this traffic, and so we have this second rule. So guys, you can pause this video and you can have a look at these rules. This is really important, okay? Then we have this VM, okay? And if you observe this VM, it is in the same VNet, that is my VNet, and it is in subnet default, right? And in this VM we have hosted a API. So let's actually RDP to this VM. So guys, we are in this VM, and if you observe, this is the API which is hosted in this VM, right? So we have simply configured IIS and then we have hosted this API. And now obviously we can access this API using the local host, right? But we should be able to access it using private IP of this VM as well. And let's try that. So let's see what is the private IP of this VM. So this is the private IP of VM. So I'll copy it. And guys, before we do, one more thing, I have disabled the firewall on this VM. So if you go here and if I say firewall, see public network, so it is firewall is off, okay? Now let's close this. Now let's try to access it using private IP of this same VM. So here I will provide the private IP. Let's say enter, and yes, we can access it using private IP as well, okay? So and now let's try to see if we can access this API using the public IP of this VM, right? So let's copy this, and guys, the public IP of this VM is 20.28.42.136. And of course it's not going to work. So that means this API is not publicly accessible. That means we are not able to access it using public IP, but we can access it using private IP. That means we can access this API within this VNet, okay? And now guys, this is our function app, and we are under overview. Let's go down. Can you see this get stocks list? Let's open it. So this is the function in this function app, and here let's say get function URL. Now let's copy this and let's see if we can execute this function publicly, that is over public internet. So yes, this function app or this function or this API, we can access it over public internet, right? So we are in our API management instance, and now we want to move it to VNET external mode, right? So under search, let's say network. So guys, now in the interest of the time, I have already moved it to this external mode, okay? But for you, it will say virtual network none. And to move it to the external mode, you have to simply select the virtual network and you have to select the subnet, and that's it. It's really simple. But guys, make sure that NSG is attached to this subnet, and this NSG, it should have these rules. Okay, so again you can pause this video if required. Now let's say we have configured our API management in external mode, and now let's add these two APIs in this API. So let's go to these APIs, and here I will say new. So first let's add our private API, and what is the URL for it? And it is this one. And again guys, this is private API, and if I try to run it from my local laptop, it's not gonna work. But it will work through Azure API Management, because again this Azure API Management instance and this VM where we have that API, they are in the same VNet. Now we are adding API, and let's give name. So I will say private customer API. URL, let's give this. And here I will say create. So we have just added URL, and now we have to add operation. So I'll say add operation. The name, it will be get customers, and the URL, it will be now /get customers. Let's just say. So we have added this private API. Let's close this. Now let's add another API, that is from function app. So I will say add API, and here I will say function app. Let's select our function app. Also select, so select, and I will say create. It seems it's been added. Let's close this. Now actually we need only get stocks list, so let's keep it simple, and let's delete it, and let's delete this get employees. Great. And now let's actually test it, and now let's actually test first public API. So again, our first function app, it is our public API, and under get stocks list, I'll say test, and let's copy this URL. Oh, it says missing subscription key. So let's do one thing. Under settings, I will say I don't require subscription key, and let's just save. And here now I will say refresh. And now it's working. So you can see we are able to access this API through API management, and we are able to access this API directly as well. So again, if I copy this, and we are able to access it directly as well. Now let's actually try this private API. Okay, so, and we have the endpoint get customers, and let's say test over here. Let's go down and let's copy this URL. See guys, now behind the scene the API is private, okay, but now we are calling this APIM API, that is APIM gateway URL. So let's test this. Again, it requires subscription key, so let's disable it. And here I will say refresh, and see it's been working, right? And it returns a list of customers. But See, this is this same API, but if you try to access this API using private IP from my local laptop, obviously it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And even we try to access it over public IP, it's not going to work. Right? So again, summary, this Azure API Management API, that is Azure Management API Gateway URL, we can access it publicly. But behind the scene, this Azure API Management, it can point to this public API as well as this private API. So that's it guys. Thanks for listening.